Good morning, guys. It's me, Andrea, and that's not the making of video. It's I will show you the finished product. Finished is it's not the right word. I made a complete and utter mess with this. You know, that's a notebook, and the idea was to have a notebook with this ring inside, and I wanted to use it as my material list actually. And that meant I needed this ring because I have to put pages in and out. And that's, yeah, I thought I'd just make that and used, well, I wanted to use this cardboard box. That was a box what contained this Czech wafers. Martina brought it when she was here, and they're so delicious. I absolutely love them. And they've all gone now. Not really, they're on my hips now, but I ate them all. And this box was really a nice little box with the writing were embossed, and it was really nice, stable, stiff enough. And I thought, yeah, use that to make this little book. Yeah, and I started it. That was still attached here on both sides, and that was the opening. I left this two parts on because I really like to have this type of closure here. So, and what I wanted to use, just a moment, sorry about that. That was my plan. I wanted to use these rings, the big ones. I thought that worked, but I didn't, of course, obviously didn't. But it started because, you know, it started what I wanted to do is I wanted to cover the front and the reverse with this air drying clay. I don't know if you know Ildiko from Mixed Media Moments. When I think about that, I will put the link down below in the description box when I think about it. But she is really absolutely fantastic what she's doing. So she has done recently a little booklet, and she used this air drying clay for the front and the reverse, and I thought, why not doing it on here? Of course, much thinner because it would be a bit too heavy. And I had this clay. I used it a long time ago, but it didn't work for me. So it is laying around in an airtight container. I put it in an airtight container, and I took it out and started to use it. And I want to flatten it, of course, but then it was far too old and it didn't work. It was brittling and dry and awful, of course. So that plan wasn't working, and then I thought, oh, come on, what you can do with clay, you could try to do it with modeling paste and put a layer of modeling paste on top and flatten it out with a credit card or whatever is on hand. And I did that, and I got it relatively flat. Of course, you really can't flat that completely. And then I wanted to put some pattern in with different stuff I have, you know, what you have laying around, with a comb and with one of my handmade stems with this craft foam. And the problem is you mustn't do that in the wet modeling paste. It's not working at all. And then I thought, yeah, okay, I will wait until it has started to dry. And I did that. The problem is I'm a very impatient person, and I couldn't wait that long. And I thought, oh, that's okay, it's dry enough. And of course, it was only on the surface. on the bottom it was still too wet, so I pressed my stuff and lifted it, and of course all the modeling paste was lifting up the skin on top, you know. It was awful. And I had to remove all of it. And at the edge it started, or it was dry already, and then I thought, oh god, that makes a nice textured stuff there. Leave it there and go for that. And that's, as you can see, it's on both sides, and I left it there. So then I went on with decorating it, and I used various colors with different paints, acrylics. And I started to use my Lumieres the first time under here. That shiny bit on top here, this orange bit, that's Viva Inca Gold, so that's not the Lumiere. But here on top, the blue and the green, and this is orange, that's the Lumieres. This is actually napkin I used on this and worked on it with paint. And so, but the point is, I made these two holes here, and as you can imagine, you can see them here as well, they are far too here into the middle, far into the middle. And putting the rings after that through didn't work because I couldn't open it. And okay, the holes were there, and I thought, what to do? And I covered them with this breads, glued them because they wouldn't stay without glue. And then I made holes a bit farther to the edge on both sides. So, and it worked properly then. The rings went through, and I could open this book and put all the inside pages in. But of course, it's cardboard. It's not a thick chipboard or stuff like that. So that means it put a lot of strain onto this part, onto the holes, and it would have been torn off afterwards. So the holes got bigger and bigger and bigger, and yeah, that wasn't working. And I tried it with these washers. I glued them with two component, do you call them? But it doesn't matter. A glue, 24 hours to dry and stuff like that. Nothing else would work, so I had to do this. But the problem is the holes are not, the rings are going through, but they are not very movable through the rings. And sorry, my iPad is just moving away. And at the end, everything was really messed up. I tried to, can you see that? Yeah. I put some chipboard onto both sides, inside, to strengthen it, and then put the holes back. That didn't work as well, so I put the washers on, didn't work. And I took this apart, and I thought it would work if I put that out the back. But yeah, I had decorated it so nicely and I loved it, and I thought, oh no, I don't really want, but I did. So, and that was completely yeah, ripped, torn, whatever. And so I loved it so much, and I wanted it to work. And then my husband suggested, my husband really has good ideas actually. Why don't you use stuff like that? You know, I have this file folder around here quite a lot, and I had this plastic one, so that one was easily to remove and had these holes, as you can see here. There, a hole there. You can see here, I put 3 holes, this one, that, and then went through these holes with a wire. It's not perfect, definitely not, but I was so happy that I could make it work at the end. And it bothered me a lot, really a lot, you know, when I started with this air drying clay that was far too old and it would have worked with the fresh one, with the new one. But the problem is, I started that on Sundays. And you know, we're living in Switzerland, and the funny thing is, in Switzerland, on Sundays, everything is closed. So no shop is open, most restaurants are closed, so you can't really do something. And yeah, I'm so impatient with stuff. I wanted to have it done immediately. I couldn't wait. You know, one day waiting and I would have got this clay, but okay. So it is now done in this way. It doesn't look that nice here. I will have a look if I can cover that up in a more prettier way. I don't know, we'll see. But that's what I have done so far. And I quite like it. Can give you a quick look. Sorry, I pushed you around. Wasn't meant to be. But I didn't want to hold the iPad in my hand. That would have been too bumpy for you. So what I did with the divider, I worked on these dividers. I wanted to decorate them a bit. That's the first one. Because there were so many, I left them all, or made them all in the same style. That means I did 2 colors down with a stencil, taking paint off, putting a 3rd color in and stamp it. One stem. That's basically what I did to all of them. 2 colors with a stencil, taking the paint off, 3rd color and the stamping to stay in the same pattern, sort of. So that's the next one. Can't really see what I'm doing, only through the iPad. That's the one. This one. And this one. So you can see what supply I have. That's the next one. And this. And this. And I think that was it. Yeah, that was all. And yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm not happy, but actually I wanted to film that or video it, but at the end it didn't work because with the iPad I really the iPad is not very flexible, not like my video camera. So working on a notebook like that would mean I have to get the book out of the off camera and work on it. So that's why I didn't do it, and I'm still not having my Mac. And that's what I said. As soon as I have my Mac, I will work with the video camera, and that will make my life easier and the videos more enjoyable to watch, I think. So that's basically it. But I get my Mac soon. Next week it will be there, I hope. I ordered it. So that's it, and I hope you had a bit of fun laughing about me and my attempts here. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I see you with my next video. Bye bye.